Hello everyone and welcome back to the Enigami Project channel, also known as Chess_303. This will be part 3 of my Withering Away AU lore explanation. Now unlike the other two, there won't be any character scripts, which is when I do a speed paint of a character plus a little bit of its lore in the background. This is mainly just an explanation video about the two stars of the AU, aka Sun and Moon. We are once again extremely thankful for all your patience, and we extremely love doing this for all of you. As for how this video will be going, I'd say it's more like a really long yapping session, since none of this is really that script, and it's just a bunch of bullet points I'd like to get through. We will be describing what type of character each of the two stars are, and along with my process with designing and thinking up a story of them. I might even add in a few lore bits as well, such as what happened to Jack, or how they react it in the first fight, etc, etc. But that's enough out of me. It's time to get back to the juicy bits. To start off with the big star of the AU, Sun is the original character that started it all. As for how he reacts like this, I wanted to make an AU based on how damaged Sun's body was throughout the entire Sun and Moon show, from when they defeated Eclipse to when they had to banish Nexus, along with when they got pushed into the gravestone by Nova Frost. Which, might I add, is actually the starter point of this AU. So when I figured out that that piece of technology dealt with Sun's emotions, personality, etc, I like to believe that eventually Jack got into it again and pushed a few things around that he wasn't supposed to, making Sun a bit more aggressive throughout. And along with all the damage his body has endured, with all the Wither Star energy and all the Star energy, Dark Star energy, etc, magic, I like to make it known that they combine the two, causing the start of his transformation. So Sun in this AU is very similar to a character in Undertale named W.D. Gaster, such as when he speaks, he doesn't really speak, but instead talks in symbols. Not exactly Wendigos, but I will make it known that he has spoken them once. As for his design-wise, his damaged body is from all the multiple encounters they've had, such as when he had to banish Nexus. I'd think the device was put in his hand, so it kind of blasted his hand off. So throughout his corruption, his mind goes back to those moments, and his body starts to feel phantom pains, and he rips off the limbs himself. It is very morbid, and his screams do echo. Something I never really elaborated on was finding the shards. With his corruption as a wither storm, his mind starts to wander, since his mortal form cannot handle the power of all he has. So, as a coping mechanism, it deletes itself, such as small moments, such as when he cleaned up the daycare, to certain kids he knew, to downright the July 16th events. To feel whole again, Sun decides to go find shards, since shards are the remains of wither storms. That or to find full crystals, although it doesn't help him in the long run, it just makes him feel complete, I guess. Wither storms in this AU basically gravitate towards others' remains, which is the reason why the Astral sees Sun as a convenience, since he is collecting shards, but not destroying every single realm he's in, just corrupting them a little bit, which can be fixed. Personality-wise, since I stated previously that he speaks like W.D. Gaster, he's more like a mindless husk above all else. You can hear him muttering every once in a while, but he's more similar to what he was at the start of the show when Eclipse was starting to show around, such as a frequent mood swings, etc, to downright even going aggressive and hostile to those around him if he deems necessary. Parts of his corruption also affect him. It makes him go dull and emotionless, although this can be countered with two things. The shard, which would give him Sun's personality, old personality, back for a few minutes, seconds at best, or being around people he still remembers. However, to add salt to injury, I'd like to believe that his memory of them is slowly fading as fast as he gets to shards. The shards aren't helping. In fact, the only thing they are doing is slowly starting to wrap his corruption, such as simply losing core memories of himself. So the personality traits would go first, following old interests, and then his memories, such as Dazzle, Terra, Cosmo, and then eventually Moon. Yes, his memories of Dazzle would be the first to go. That is why he met with Dazzle in the second lore video, so that he could tell her one last time that he loved her before his memory of her faded away. As for how he treats them, even if he lost his memory, he's very docile. Not towards any of the adults, obviously no, but towards the children, he is very docile, such as he will close up his other half and make himself look more presentable, and slowly leave the dimension as a whole, retaining some of his core traits in his programming. He is, after all, still a machine. Nevertheless, it is only so long until his original body crumbles away, leading to something much more. Now, Moon is a character I originally thought as one of the backseated cast members, but it was only until later in the lore development I decided to give him a front view. I originally was going to make him be killed off in the AU, but decided against that to add more drama. Moon heavily regrets what he's done. He doesn't know what he's done, but he regrets it extremely. He should have been more attentive. He should have comforted his son. He should have done something. He didn't realize it, and he was stupid for thinking everything would be okay. His personality is very similar to that of a Sans character. Yes, this is a lot of Undertale references. I know, I am a fan. He extremely has hallucinations and experiences them on the daily, such as back in the old days when he was a part of Sun. Maybe if he had been a bit nicer, what if he hadn't left the code? All of these old thoughts are coming back to the surface to haunt him. He started shutting more people out to save them from him, as he puts it. His personality in this AU is, as I said, extremely similar to Sans. However, there are a few differences. He, as a whole, is extremely hyper-focused on fixing Sun, not getting him back, fixing him. He has no idea how he'll do it, but mostly plans on figuring out how his wither form works and trying to drain it manually. He has contacted Golden Freddy, tried to contact Puppet, but it didn't work, along with any other magical entity he knows, even tried begging the Astrals for help. However, that didn't go so far, and was extremely revolted by the idea that the Astrals wouldn't do anything because they saw Sun as a convenience. That monstrosity of an abomination was not his brother, he always thought, and that Sun was buried deep inside, that he would find it. Behavior-wise, he's very fidgety, and, in my opinion, very similar to Donatello from the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. He stems a lot, he works in his lab, he shows off his creations sometimes when Solar and the kids barge, and is overall very hopeful. However, after the event in the woods, he isn't as hopeful anymore. He's seen up close what Sun has become, and he is extremely scared. he doesn't know how to help him, let alone how to control and confine him. He can't rely on this primitive tech. He needs something more. He needs something better. He needs the star. He needs a version of the star that can confine an entire wither storm. Maybe even worse. He's slowly losing his mind, trying to find out how to quote-unquote save Sun. It's gotten to a point where he started to document his thoughts into a tape recorder, Resident Evil style. And actually hasn't noticed the artificial star he made has slowly been corrupting him itself. He's slowly getting a more twisted idea of how to save Sun, such as ripping it out manually or building a new sun. He doesn't want that and has been constantly trying to fight back on these urges. He knows how to save Sun. He just can't get to him. Not yet. As for how he behaves nowadays, let's just say Solar hasn't seen Moon in a couple of months, let alone even heard a peep outside of that lab. He can't even get in now. Moon's locked away his emotions entirely. He is dead set focused, similar to how Nexus was when trying to revive Solar. As for his physical body, he's had to renew his body 3 times of how much he overworks. From his systems to his basic programming, all sorts. He's not proud of it, he knows, but if he can save Sun, then it'll all be worth it. Or at least, that's what he's telling himself. If any of the information given out didn't make any real sense, I'm sorry in advance. As this video wasn't made for real script, it was really just me info dumping about my AU to everyone. As for the future of this AU, I'm going to have to put a pin in its lore for now, as I currently don't know what to do with it. Such as what happened in the forest. I have a good idea, an old plan through it, make sure I enjoy it, and has proper quality to give all of you. This video may have less quality than the others, but I do enjoy its final result. It is a good info dump. As for what will happen next, I'm afraid this AU will be taking a bit of a backseat, or at least will be posted less constantly than it has been. I really do enjoy giving you all stories, and I really do love giving you all information and all these different types of worlds to listen to. But I really would like to focus on a few other things instead. This AU isn't going anywhere. No, this AU is staying right here at the heart of this channel. But I really would like to go into different types of Sun AUs, or go into Cookie Run Kingdom content, maybe even Sonic content. Things I also enjoy, as currently the Sun and Moon shows and I haven't been in lately as to their content change. I've been slowly getting back into it, but I'm not really into it as when they were on their other arcs. Either way, I really am thankful for all of the support you've given me, and this channel is not going anywhere. This AU will stay and will be continued through development. As for how it'll end, that won't be coming for a very long time. But do brace yourselves. I do love drama, and I do love bad endings as well.